Learning songs by ear can be really complicated, especially at the start. So in this video, I'll take you over my 8-step process for learning songs by ear. And this process started out really slow for me. Right now, I practiced it enough to the point where I can just go through it in a couple minutes, listen to the song once or maybe twice, and then just jump right into it. Step 1. Listen to and already know the song, because you already know the drum part, you just don't know how to play it. This will make it a lot easier when you go to learn how to play the song. So step 2. You're gonna map out the parts of the song. You wanna know where there's a chorus, where there's a verse, where there's like a big drum breakdown, and where there's an intro or where the drums go a little softer. These things are all really important in learning by ear. It doesn't matter what drums you hit so much, but it matters how you hit them. So step 3, this is where you're getting into actually learning how to play the drums for the song. You want to focus on the kick drum and the snare drum. These are the main elements that add feel. So when you're learning these, you want to hear them, but you want to also feel them. When you're starting out, it's probably easier to take a verse or something and just put it on loop and like, okay, so the kick drums here and here. What I like to do is I want to make like a point in the song, like when the guitar does this, the drums do this. So step 4, once you have the kick and snare, you want to add like the hi-hat or the ride or whatever to keep the time. You might have hi-hat on like the 8th notes or like the 16th notes, or like a big breakdown with like the crash on like quarter notes. But that's what you want to dive into next. Remember how the hi-hat sounds, how the ride sounds, and like you kind of develop this sense of where these different elements should be. Number 5 is developing the fills. The fills separate the different parts and make the song more interesting. You don't have to play the fills note for note, but you kind of want to take how the fill sounds and then kind of recreate that. So my steps to learning fills is to 1, not learn them note for note. Sometimes it is good to learn them note for note, but most of the time it's just a waste of time and effort. Number 2, as I'm learning them not note for note, my first observance is how it sounds. Like, is it a big like snare fill, or is it like on the toms? Is it on the cymbals? Because like there's a reason that it's hitting the drums that it's hitting. So then number 3, I'm going to take note of like what subdivision is it, really fast 16th notes or really slow like quarter notes. Step 4, I want to focus on the dynamics of it. Once you put this all together, you can get like a similar sounding fill, even if it's more original than just the fill that was already in the song. Okay, so then step 6 in learning the song by ear is to do this for all the parts of the song. You want to do this for the verse, and then you want to do this for the chorus, and then step 7, you want to put it all together and play it all the way through. So that's a really important quality as a musician, is to be able to play songs all the way through. Because what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna show up and audition for a band and you're gonna be like, well, I can play the verse of this song. And they're like, because when you're performing, you're not gonna just play the verse, you're gonna play the whole song. And it also helps your flow when you're playing the songs all the way through. And then step 8 is a step that so many musicians lack, is moving on. You don't need to perfect every song you play. You wanna learn more songs so that you can develop more skills and get better at drums. Because in reality, unless you're doing a performance, which is the only exception, I would say, it doesn't benefit you to learn the song and get it down perfectly. There's a huge difference between being able to play it really well and being able to play it perfectly. If you're investing all your time into playing it perfectly, then you're investing time that could have been spent learning other songs and developing more skills as a drummer. I hope this video is helpful for you. The key is this process is to start slow and then develop the process over time, and then you'll get to like a point where like I'm at, where I can just like listen to a song, and then like if I know the song, I can just play it without even taking note of where the bass drum is, because I already know where the bass drum is. So if you found value in this video, please give it a like. If you like content like this, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll make sure to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.